that's crazy. It doesn't want to work. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Let's see here. Yep, it's definitely not working. Let me turn this volume up real quick so I can see if I can hear myself. Let's try something. Alrighty, let's do this again. Okay. Source. Thought it was this. Oh wait, can I click this? No, that's not going to be an option. Specific window. Look at that. Oh. It does not want me to... Huh. Full screen application. Okay, finally. Alright. I just gotta wait. Gotta make sure this actually works. Should be any moment now. There it is. Hell yeah. Okay. Wow, the latency is real this time. Alright, so the biggest step is to see how to get this nice little live stream enabled. Alright, back to the money grind. I gotta go to here, customization, live chat replay, anyone, live reactions, I guess. Slow mode, I don't care. Okay, save. There we go. Alright, killing it. Jesus. Alrighty. So last thing we were on about yesterday, me being tired at 2 o'clock in the morning. Saying a lot of random gibberish, my ADHD things. We were killing it. We're level 6 now. Alright. So, do we want to override this slot? Oh, wait, whoa, cancel. We almost hit new game. See, that would have fucked me up real quick. Alright, we'll just load it, not new game. I've done that way too many times. I'd end up seeing that. Alright, so we've established enough shelves to put a full shelf of each and every product that we've got from the start of the game, right? So it sounds counterintuitive, but work with me here. You'll understand, right? So they did an expansion for this game. It's like a little bit bigger, and actually, like, I had on this slot that I'm in right now, I had a huge max leveled out like build. Like, I love this game. This fucking game's amazing. Right? So I had a fully maxed out build, right? And before they did the expansion, I didn't have enough space for the fruits and vegetables stalls, and I didn't have enough space for freezers, and it was a big mess. Like, I couldn't really organize by sections, so I didn't even bother putting up signs above, like overhead signs, to like let people know, let myself know, I guess, where things were. So I just, fucking, it just looked like a maze, and honestly, it was kind of like, counterproductive. I mean, it was such a maze to the point that, like, my workers, when I had a set of workers, it literally, they clipped between, goodness gracious, can you get away from me? Cats in heat, it's freaking weird. Anyway, so the cat, she is in heat. It's my girlfriend's cat, and I have 2 male cats at home, and all she smells are my male cats that I have at home, and she ain't meeting them. Besides, nothing would happen because my male cats are neutered, so... And I have 1 female cat, and she is spayed, which, I mean, 2 female cats can't make kittens, but thank God, because I feel like I'd either get one or the other between these 2 cats. I would either get a really skittish cat that would run away at the sight of a hair follicle floating from the ceiling, or I would get this cat that would be super mean for no reason, like literally attacks everybody, except for when she's in heat. Alright, get away from me, please. I love you, but get away. You're creeping me out. Alright. So, anyway, where was I? The ADHD took me away. But yeah, level 100 store, and I was able to actually, like, I was unable to actually, like, create what I really wanted. Like, I used to work in a Target a while back, alright, and how? Nah. Hold on. Okay. I ordered way too much of this. Hold on. I ordered way too much sugar. Holy snap. Why did I order so much sugar? Alright, whatever. Okay. So, but I used to work at a Target, so I kind of know how things are supposed to go, technically. I mean, obviously, as you can see that I'm, like, putting way too many product on one shelf. But here's why. Here's why I'm doing it this way. There's not enough product to last on a shelf, right? If you've ever been to a grocery store, they sell a lot less, like, in the amount of time that you have in-game, you don't actually sell as much product as you would think. Like, you probably sell about the same amount of product, but it's like a 3... Stop poking me. You're so weird. Okay, but that is cute. But you don't actually sell that much product in a certain amount of time, right? Like, so if you ever worked in retail, which I'm sure most people who have watched this gameplay, not my gameplay, but like gameplay of this game, they would know damn well that, like, there's no way in hell you would be sold out from 8 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. That's not how that works. That never works. Obviously, your store is small. You start off small. You run out of product a lot faster. But even in smaller stores, even in stores that only sell 6 products, people typically walk in, look around, and walk out. I mean, that is just the most that is probably the most common thing you'll ever see. You see more people on a regular walking in specifically for one item, only one item, and that's probably another reason why this game, in this game, you sell out of products so fast. But people typically, they come in, they see one product. They don't just walk into a grocery store, and if they do this, they're looking for novelty, right? They don't just walk into a store and be like, cereal, I'm gonna grab that. Oil, I'm gonna grab that. And then I'm gonna go over here. Ooh, bread, I'm gonna grab that. Ooh, they're not gonna go all over the place. These NPCs, right? These NPCs, they are all designed specifically. Like, they get a code. If nothing's, I mean, everything's random, but they get a code, right? So they spawn in with the code. They know what they're gonna go do, right? They come straight to the store, and they know that the first thing they're gonna grab is sugar. The second thing they're gonna grab is bread. Then the third thing they're gonna grab is cereal, and then they're gonna go over here towards fucking flour. Then they're gonna come over, and even though the oil was right there, they could have grabbed the oil, which is right across from the flour. They're gonna go straight to the pasta, and then they're gonna go to oil, right? They have a set code. This is how it's going, right? They basically literally spawn in, never been born before in their life. Like, they were literally born 5 seconds ago, immediately going to the grocery store, right? So it's not like, you know, they actually spent any actual detailed time in a house knowing exactly what they need, right? But most people, when they usually get up, they don't go to a grocery store unless they're looking for novelty, you know, like me. I usually go to I have like certain sections. Some people it's clothes, some people it's electronics, some people it's toys or Legos, or, you know, like Hot Wheels or anything like that, right? Typically, I'm a little bit of everything except for clothes, because for some reason I don't take care of myself as good as I should. That's a joke, but also not really. So, I mean, when you really think about it, when you really get the premise of how shopping actually works, and like you start understanding like the foot traffic behind how people go about their like days, you need to like set it up that way. But the store was so small, like you couldn't, I mean, it's still really freaking small. You still really can't put in enough cash registers, you can't put in enough scales, you can't put in enough self-checkouts. You literally have to move this into the back room just for that extra, what, fucking 9-foot area, like square area. Like, that's not enough space to even get you, I mean, maybe a self-checkout, but like that's nothing, dude. Like, that's literally nothing. And then literally I finished that build, and I was like, alright, I'm done, right? And it was horrible. I'm talking about, like, I had a 4 by 4 foot section, right? So like 4 of these. Well, this is like, yeah, like a 4-foot section. This is a 4-foot section panel, right? Probably not, but this is like a 4-foot section panel, right? And the targets that I work at, there's usually 3, an end cap, and then it's usually 3. And then it goes up to 5. Like, I've seen as much as 5, but never more. And unless it's a back wall. But I couldn't fit that because end caps took up more space than making aisles. So I had to actually just merge end caps together so I could just get a little squeeze in, just a little bit extra space so I could fit more stuff. And I could barely, goodness gracious, child. Ugh, go that way. Stay away from me. I'm about to, like, just run away. I'm gonna go into the bathroom because I'm uncomfortable. Alright. So, I mean, that's typically how it goes, right? So you would end up going into the store, you know exactly what you want, or you don't know anything and you're just looking for novelty, but you have a section that you would go to. Like, I've never seen somebody do a full grocery shop of every single item in the store, right? It's just not a thing. Like, they don't do that. As much as I love this game and think it's realistic, they don't do that. It is crazy. So you have to find an actual, like, way to make it simulate realism, and that is, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible to simulate full realism. Like, you can't integrate that into this game unless you use AI instead of these NPCs, which are just coded right off the bat. If each NPC had its own distinct AI code, first off, this game would probably crash. You know how much processing power your PC would need to have in order to process, you know, how many 1, 2, 3, 4, I see one all the way down there, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so, like, you would need to process so much to actually, it would be so tasking on your PC. Your PC could not afford the amount of memory that would take just to actually run AI for NPCs. Like, it would be sick unless you had one NPC running all of the, or one AI running all of the NPCs, but then it still becomes a procedurally executed, oh, that was my side here, a procedurally executed, you know, game. Like, I mean, regardless of what you do, everything's procedure, but it wouldn't do exactly what you want. I don't know why I have so much sugar. That's weird. I don't recall that. Maybe I'll look back at the old video and figure out why it happened, but, you know, I was like happy, so I wouldn't be surprised if I did something stupid like that. 25, oh wow, $253? 24, 25, 20. Oh snap, you know what, I didn't invite my friends to watch this, I'm all by myself. Yeah, that's okay. I'll be selfish. Get away from me! I love you, but go away, you're creepy, you're freaking weird. My poor baby, why? My baby's a whore. Alright, copy link. Sweet. Then I'm gonna go send this to my friends. I highly doubt they'll join because I don't actually have any real friends. Alrighty. Arc Raiders. Good content. Much larger game. Go to DS3. Dark Souls 3 is always cool. Alright, so Dark Souls 3 will be on my list of games to play. I definitely want to play the Souls franchise, but I am terrible, so that won't last very long. I can promise you that regardless. I mean, I will try it. I mean, people don't really get to see full-on noobs struggling anymore. Like, it's usually, you know, people are good at games and they start streaming because they're good at games, and people watch people who are good at games, and then they're like, well, this guy's good at a game, and I could be that good, I'm just gonna go play it myself. But you guys could, instead of watching somebody who is good at a video game, we're not talking about Supermarket Simulator now, you could watch me suck at a video game, because I'm no longer good at video games. Like, I used to be super good at Black Ops 2. I mean, to be fair, I usually skip school to play Black Ops 2, and, you know, I didn't have the stresses of being a truck driver at school, so, I mean, you know, like, I didn't even know, like, it was a career path that I wanted, but I didn't even know that I was going to do it. And also, I have ADHDs, and I don't take medication for it, so you guys get to see some crazy shit. Or you won't see anything, and I'm hyper-focused about what I'm doing. You'll definitely see a lot of waves. Like, I can't even keep my topic straight. Like, I don't even remember what I was talking about 5 minutes ago. What was I talking about 5 minutes ago? Oh god. It's happening again. Hi, how are you? Alright, yes sir. 3444. Thank you. Have a great day. I think that was my first ever customer too. That guy's cool. Alright. Let me take an inventory before I look at this. Last time I did that, I wanted to go look at my inventory. We can afford it. P. Oh, we sell two. Oh, we buy 2 boxes. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to clown. Give me 2 boxes. Yeah. I'll be with you one moment. Man, were you? Oh, you're not sitting. I have it set, but I think I have a theory on this, but I'm not entirely sure. I think that once you start purchasing licenses is when you unlock the first 69. The first things, like I think you unlock. Oh wow, I can't speak. I lost my train of thought. Better have a bag. Wow. 50, 65, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you unlock. I think it's actually unlocking. I think get your first license, you unlock shoplifting, and then you unlock our wonderful, the thing that I hate the most. I don't care about the shoplifting. I absolutely hate the online order function. Like, you can turn off shoplifting, but you can't turn off that. That is frustrating to me. I hate it because, like, especially this early in the game, you can't. I mean, I guess that's part of the challenge, but you can't leave your. First off, I've worked a little bit in retail. Let me tell ya. You know, I used to work at Target. I'm just joking. I know that I already said that. I know I just said that. No, I used to work at a gas station. I used to work at a gas station. It was a Shell gas station. I loved it there. It was one of my favorite jobs. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was stressful. It was definitely one of my favorite jobs before becoming many things, many trades. Listen, one thing I have learned, especially in small stores, this is a convenience store. This is not a supermarket. All right, this is a convenience store. That's why I'm overcharging right now, because I shouldn't even be putting discounts on shit, honestly. Because, damn, it's 9 o'clock. I should have fucking closed the day. Oh, well, anyway, extra money, I guess. 1, 2, 25. I worked at a gas station that I said for the 80th time, and you never leave a store unattended. You never leave a store unattended. First off, there's a register. Right? You will get robbed. Like, especially if you leave a store unattended, alright, you will get robbed. You will get shoplifted. There will be a lot of bad people that you know personally, and this is like one of the biggest things I have learned about retail, like gas stations, local gas stations and stores. Don't trust none of your customers. Never trust any of your customers. You know, I knew one of my bosses. He was like always like really generous. He'd be like, oh yeah, you'll get me later, you know. But no, I don't think I've ever seen a dime come back from them. But to be fair, I didn't pay attention enough to care. But I don't trust the customers. Like, the customers, yeah, okay, you can do the customer's always right thing. Sure, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. Except for when they're wrong. But you know, I've seen it. I've had a customer that I've had for like 2.5 years, and I was always having great conversation, always having, you know, good vibes, good moments with this customer. I think his name was Mike. I don't know his last name, so no, you guys can't go and you know, steal all of his stuff. Just playing, don't do that anyway. You guys don't even know, like, I don't even know if that dude's still alive. No. Good customer. And he freaking one day, like, he just, like, I don't even know where he moved. I definitely know he moved out of state. But he just, like, I had to go to the bathroom, and I think I was the only one there. I was the only one there, and he fucking took, like, a handful of lighters. Now, they're like the cheap little Bic lighters, and, you know, no one really cares about Bic lighters. I mean, they're awesome, but the cheap Bic lighters, not the... Well, were they Bic? I'm not sure. They were the clear plastic Bic lighters. I'm pretty sure they're Bic lighters. And they either worked or they didn't work, right? Like, they were cheap Bic lighters. And he stole, like, a tray of them. The tray was, like, maybe 3/4 empty, so, I mean, to be fair, he stole more like a handful, but, like, he took the tray with him. Like, he took the tray. And it blew my mind, because when I came back and I saw that, and, like, I know I just loaded up some lighters and stuff, and I'm looking at the tray, and I'm like, where the tray at, you know? Like, I know we didn't sell out of all of the lighters on the top tray, because the lighters that were left over nobody wanted, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that's weird. Oh, that's good. Like, that's so weird. Like, where did these lighters go? And then, like, a week later, my boss, he's like, hey, you can come in the room with me real quick. And I'm like, all right, cool, what's up? You know, I was kind of good with my bosses, I think, until the end. But we don't worry about that. I'm just joking. It's not that bad. But, like, I was cool with them. And he's like, yeah, it's not your fault you had to go to the bathroom, but, and your coworker, well, one of my bosses should have showed up. It's like a manager position, I guess. Should have shown up, on time. So that's kind of like out of my, you know, it's my fault, but it's not my fault type conversations. You get what I'm trying to say, right? So, and then fucking, like, so he's like, yeah, so anyway, we're not gonna blame you. It's not your fault, but it is your fault. And he shows me the video footage, and it's this guy, Mike, literally just freaking reaches over, grabs the tray, and just, like, takes it. And I'm like, bruh, there's no way. And then I see him again. He comes in the store, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, man. And I took it personally, because, like, I trusted this dude. Yeah, this is why I don't trust customers. I trusted this guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you to, like, leave. You're banned, bro. Like, he's like, bro, why? What happened? He's like, you know when, like, you know when you catch somebody, get away from me. You know when you catch somebody, like, you know when you catch somebody and like they 100% are guilty and they pretend they do that. They do that, nah, or like, you know what I mean? Overexpression face, and they just they don't know what the hell, like, they're full of shit. You can tell. They go, nah, really? Why? What happened? You know, like that fake concern on their face, and they, yeah, imagine that, all right, and he just, that's how he was, and I'm like, bro, ain't no way you're gonna try to like bullshit yourself out of this. It's on camera. Like we caught you steal like a tray of lighters. Like you stole a tray of lighters. Like, I wouldn't. When he realized I wasn't joking, he's like, I wouldn't call it a tray of lighters. And I'm like, okay, well you took the tray with you and it had lighters in it. That's a tray of lighters. Like, we're not gonna get into the fucking technicalities here, but like you stole a tray of lighters. Like, be fucking honest. I mean, they were like 89-cent lighters, maybe 10, but that's like $10, right? And to a grocery store, to these small chain stores. I mean, and I know you guys say, well, Shell gas station is not a small chain store; they can afford it. This was a franchise. This was not a corporate-owned gas station. This was a gas station that got a contract through Shell gas station to brand their store for the sake of getting, you know, customers. Obviously, that's usually how it goes, right? So people see a Shell gas station, like, oh shit, and then they come in, and you know, it's like putting makeup on putting a silk dress, as an old coworker said, putting a silk dress and makeup on a pig. You didn't do much. Like, it's still what it is, you know. And that's literally, you know, Mike, that guy, man. He irked me, and that was kind of the start of when I stopped trusting all my customers, because like they will, and like I said, this guy, I trusted him, thought he was a good dude. I should have paid this bill yesterday. Yeah, I should have paid that yesterday. Man, was I fucking tired yesterday? Was I slacking? God damn. Yesterday, I would say this morning. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 to 2 a.m. Jesus. But it just, that goes to show you that, like, I mean, even that one instance, like, there's multiple instances. I would love to go into it, but I'm sure nobody wants to hear about that at all. I mean, if you do, I guess, you know, leave your comments and stuff. We'll talk about my experiences in the workforce. Workforce, not armed forces. Let's clarify. I wish I was in the military. Actually, no, not anymore. When I was a kid, yes, but I didn't know what was going on, and I feel like that's why children get lured into the military. Oftentimes, idolize it like growing up. Everybody's like, oh, we have full-on holidays celebrating war heroes, and it's like, okay. And I love that, you know, I love that. I do love that, but I don't think being 16 years old and, you know, having dreams and thinking you're gonna do these things, really, you get nowhere close to those things. Like, so usually the people that usually don't want to be there end up being longer. They, like, end up making careers out of it. So, I mean, people that do want to be there, they usually change their mind pretty quick. People are way more disciplined naturally than others, so that statement can be falsified. Anybody can go and be like, well, actually, yeah, I'm aware there are exceptions Alright? But I still feel that it is wrong that children idolize these things and then they go into it and then they are turned into these war machines. Well, nowadays it's a little different, but they were turned into these war machines and they just they get mistreated when they come out of service, and I think that's disgusting because we literally raised them to love the military, and then they go into the military and it's they get out of the military and it's like yeah, if they're in the military, sure, we love these people, but you know, like we usually don't say anything to them. And then they get out and you're like, man, fuck that guy. I'm like, why? But at the same time, I can kind of see it. I can kind of understand it. Definitely kind of understand it. It's sad. It's very sad. It's very sad. Listen, we were talking about Target. My ADHD is kicking left and right, and I'm just having a good time. Alright. Wow. That was wild. That was a curvy road we just went on, boys. And girls. That was a curvy road. I did not expect that. Target. Anyway. Hello, hello. 2160. Oh, I did charge him right. I thought I charged him $2 for that. I'm like, yo, no, come back. Once the sales finally. 42.31. 13.56. Hey, yo, I'm seeing double. Alright, here we go, buddy. Alright, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Make my job easier. Yes. I love that. Exact change. Exact change. Listen, I can't tell you how many times Gen Zers can't do exact change. Or they get confused when somebody gives them the exact change. They don't know. And I'm Gen Z. This is coming from a Gen Zer, alright? Like, I cannot believe how many times I've seen somebody come in, hand a $10 bill, and then when I give them their exact change back, yes, man, exact change. Giving like, I give them like their change back, and they're confused, and I'm like, are you good? Like, you're holding up my line, man. And they're like, yeah, I'm just, how do we come to this amount? I'm like, alright, you can either count it back, or you can count up to the change amount. Like, what do you mean, how did we get to this 32 cents? Like, what do you mean? If it tells you how to change, like 1532, what is your problem? Like, I would literally do it. I would go 10, alright, that's 10 out of 15, 5, alright, that's 15 out of 15, now we go to the change, 25, okay, that's 25 out of 32, and if we go to 10 cents, it would be 35 cents, so you want to go to 5 cents, so you get 30 cents, then you do 2 cents to get the 32 cents, yeah? Or you could try to count it back, right? So you have 24.68, and the person gave me 40, right? You could do the 10 and 15 for the 15 cents, so you have 68, right? 68, and then you can go, how did I used to do this? You would go 68, and then you would go, hold on. You would go 68, hold on. Let's get the 10 and 15 out first, right? That's easy. We would go 68, 69, 70, right? You go 70, and then you would go. I think it would just give them 3 dimes, honestly. That's how I would do it. And then 70, 80, 90, yeah, $1, right? That's how I would do it. I stopped doing that because, I mean, why would it tells me the change now. Obviously, you can see I'm a little slow on it still. I'm out of practice. That's how my dad taught me. My dad taught me to count back, or not count it up. Like literally go from the amount and count up to $1. Like that is by far, if you're learning how to count change without fail, that is the easiest method. The easiest method, but I like to cut corners, so if I see 31 cents, I'm counting 31 cents. And it's, you know, people will be like, whoa, that sounds like it would be flawless, right? No, it's not. It's not. Because if you count up the amount that you had, there's no way in heck that you would actually make a mistake. Plus, it's also really helpful, especially when you don't have these automatic calculators into your register, like the old school registers that are like, you know, push button registers, those really old ones. I don't think anybody knows what the hell I'm talking about, except for the maybe older generations and maybe older Gen Zers, but I highly doubt that. Yo, perfect run, let's go. I highly doubt any of us really remember, or know, not remember, know about those kinds of, oh god dang, I yawned. About those kinds of registers. They were fun. They were easier, in my opinion. Just easier. Oil on the back wall here. And there's 2 ways we can do this. But I feel like utilizing it this way might be a little bit easier than utilizing it the other way. Like this. Let's flip that. Sugar. So we would go for flour next. This is flour. So we would go for flour. I think red would be fantastic. That is oil, Johnny. That is oil. What am I doing? Red. I think red would be great in front of that. Look at that. Snug. Looks like an end cap. Kind of looks like an end cap. Feels good. Turn on the store. Oh. We gotta buy product. I forgot. Just need a little expansion so I can like put walls right there, or put aisles there, put aisles on the back wall, put the aisles coming in. Oh, it would look so good. Actually, it would look good, but I don't think that's how I want to do it. Small store takes up too much space. These are all food items, right? Alright. I gotta order product, man. What the hell? I don't want to do this job anymore, man. This job's stupid. Own this job. I own this bitch. Bank. Gotta go to the bank. Gotta pay the bill, boys. Gotta pay the bills. If you don't pay the bills, our babies get killed. Nope, that didn't rhyme. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, it sounded weird. Where's me? 4? We need 4 bread. We need, whoa. We need 6 crofton flour. Oh, my dummy. Yeah, it looks right to me. I don't need no sugar. We got way too much sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. And we need 1 oil for the P. Diddy Master. That's crazy. Yo. Alright. Let's load up these shelves. Let's get it. The first expansion is the best expansion. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Because I believe it opens up this entire wall right there. I think it does the entire wall if I remember correctly, unless he changed it. If he changed it, that kind of sucks. But I don't think so. He is the creator, the god of this game. Alright, let's do it. So I've only got 1 viewer, and I'm pretty sure it's myself, and that's sad. I'm a sad man. No friends. Well, we're gonna be streaming this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're gonna be going hard. I'm gonna try to stream as much as humanly possible, see if I can get as many viewers as humanly possible. And by that, I'm probably gonna get, like, you know, myself, maybe 1 guy popping in, maybe my friend who will pop in. Other than that, I don't think there is a bone in my body capable of doing this. But you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it with pride. I'm gonna do my best. I think I want to try to do a few times a week streaming, and I just gotta figure out a way to get good content. I'm a theater kid, right? I struggled. That's why I ended up in tech. You guys thought I was in theater. I mean, I was, but I quickly changed to tech. Well, I wouldn't say I quickly changed to tech. I think I changed to tech my junior, senior year, but I think I was in chorus when I was in earlier than middle school. Damn, I'm old. Ew. I was in chorus actually, I think I was in chorus since, like, I was in, since, like, I was, like, in 3rd grade, I'd like to say. Yeah, I was in choir for, like, years. I still was, and I tried to go into acapella. That didn't go well, because I'm an idiot. And then I tried a lot of plays. I did do a lot of plays, but I just remember one year, I was like, nah, screw this. I'm gonna go into tech. I wanna try tech. I fucking fell in love with it. Like, I didn't think I had carpentry skills, and I fell in love with tech, because with the school that I went to, tech wasn't just like lights. Tech wasn't just like, you know, cameras. Um, we built every single thing from scratch. Every single thing we painted. We had art, you know, painting, building. And when I tell you, man, like I took like what was it, the wood shop class, hated it. It sucked. But I took those skills from wood shop class that I learned, and I put them into part with my with tech. Um, I gotta tell you, it was it was amazing, and I think the fact that it was a full-on class, like you literally had a period through your day dedicated. It was so much fun. It was fun. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was fun. It was dedicated to literally plays. Like if we weren't doing one thing, we were doing another. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What do we do? I think we did a Les Mis. Um, did you just say that price was too expensive? Bullshit. There's no way. I just changed the pricing. That says 6.5. Whoops. My bad. You're right. It was expensive. My bad, sir. Have a nice day. Sorry that I did that to you. I did Les Mis. What else did we do? Man, if only I could remember the plays that we did. There was this one play. And it was like... It was about wishes. It was really long. And something about a rabbit's foot or a monkey's paw. Wait, monkey's foot or rabbit's paw? I can't remember the name of the freaking play. It was so good. And I built like most of the set. I didn't paint everything, but I built like most of the set. I put on all the trim. I did. It looked like you were in like a 50s house walking on the stage. It looked like you were in a literal house, like one of those old like 50s, 60s houses. Oh my god, it looked really good. The only thing it was missing was the radiator. I pointed that out. We needed a radiator because in order to fully sell it, you have to get a like 50s, 60s radiator. Like you know, like to really sell the bit, because you're gonna be looking at this stage all day. Like for 3 hours, you're gonna be looking at that stage, right? And if you're over here, literally looking at a stage, and all you see is pinkish, salmon-colored walls, which that was pretty common back then. But like, really, was it? I mean, trim, okay, sure, you know, sure there's an archway, but like, it's not really selling it. Sure, you know, the mold of the archway, you know, everything, you know, can fit in, but you really need to sell it with the technology that they had. In the 50s and 60s, they didn't have super advanced technology. They were gonna get like one of those like regular, you know, phones, those little like the little telephones with the where you wind it up. You put your finger in the hole and then you slide the number to the number that you want to like on all the way down. Put your finger on the number in the hole and then you slide it down to the thing that you are actually going to go dial. And yeah, that's great, but they didn't have like a really compact. I don't believe the phones that we had I mean, there were phones like that back then, but I'm telling you, they didn't have, like, they didn't, most places still had old technology. These places, they, you were rich if you had a phone, right? That's how it was. If you had a phone, you were effing rich. Why did I censor that? I don't know. You were fucking rich, right? You were rich if you had a phone back then. Nowadays, everybody has a phone, right? So, like, if you were to go to a time period era phone, even if you had enough money to get a phone, that phone, you probably couldn't afford the newest model, right? So you want to get a time period accurate, middle class family. The whole reason, the whole point of the monkey's paw or rabbit's foot, I keep saying it backwards. The rabbit's paw or monkey's foot play was because of a middle class, low income family couldn't afford and had a lot of wants and wishes, and they couldn't get those things. And so obviously, why would, if they were in such need of these goods, if they had such these things, why would they have a brand new phone? Why would they have a brand new phone? You gotta up it a little bit more on the time period, and then you gotta get the radiator that looks like, you know, an oil machine. Actually, I'm pretty sure the radiator that we used was an oil-based radiator. And we were just going to use wall radiators, which, I mean, yeah, those were common, but, I mean, you're up on stage. You want to sell the people on the ground the stage. You want to sell them the stage. You want them immersed. You don't want you don't want wall radiators, the ones that like look like trim. You don't want those because they're not, especially the people that are like right up close and personal with the people on the stage. You don't want, oh, you fucking bitch, you don't want me to overcharge you? Damn. Were you broke? You don't want them thinking that that's just trim. And from a distance too. Maybe in like somewhere in the middle, you could look at it and be like, oh yeah, I could see that those are radiator, that's like radiator type trim. Sure. If you're up close and personal, you've gotta, it might be easier to notice, but like if you're at the wrong angle, it's just gonna look like trim. It's just gonna look like trim, and you're really close to it. You're not gonna really see the vents as good if they're not like super prominent. So you're gonna end up with just trim. So like you're trying to sell the radiator, trying to immerse them into it. You gotta go with like a really like obvious but subtle. Obvious but subtle. Oh yeah. Wow, that is a dirty window. You know what else is dirty? I'm crazy. Yeah, you gotta try to sell your surroundings so that they can get immersed into the surroundings, and then it's the performance. The environment means more, and regardless of what any theater kid says, I'm sorry, but you gotta work really hard to immerse an entire group of people, all probably diagnosed with ADHD like myself, to pay attention to you on stage without no props, without any props is, I think, what I meant to say. So, I mean, the acting is important, but the stage is also equally as important in regards to that. We live in an age of CGI, so that's no longer really the case in movies, but trust me, man. Have I been selling cereal for $0? This game has been so buggy since that update. It's like, you fix one thing, another thing goes wrong, and it's not the creator's fault at all. I'm still the only one watching myself, but you know what? Maybe we keep plugging in, guys. Guys, I'm talking to myself. Keep pushing. I'm just a truck driver. I don't do anything special. Just a truck driver. I say that, and I'm playing Simulator. My real job, my real world job, is truck driving. So let's just relax, guys. All right. Do we want to open? Not yet. I need food. Ooh. Now, you would think that I would be ready for a license, right? But I'm not ready for a license. Why am I not ready for a license? So, I want to buy this, or this, or this, or this. But you really want to buy it based on what you already have, right? You don't want to buy water, cheese, coffee, eggs, milk, tea, when you can't organize it into these things, right? You cannot organize. There's really no good way of organizing those items. You can organize them by themselves, and you can have them over here. But like, look, we got oil and pasta, we got sugar and flour, we got bread and cereal. And not much space. You're gonna put milk, eggs, cheese, like coffee can work, I guess, and put them in one aisle, but I already don't have that much space, right? So you want to look at your stuff. We have peanut butter, flour, oil, spaghetti, which could go with the pasta over there, and the oil can go with the oil. That's 2. We got rice basmati. That's 3 technically. Salt could go with sugar. I wouldn't do that because people do that often, and they end up putting salt in their coffee and sugar on their fries. Okay, we got some more refrigerated liquids, and we've got 1 non-refrigerated liquid. All right, here we go. We got cake. Though that I'm gonna count that as in an aisle, but I want one for the road, right? So we've got candy and chocolate bars go together. We got yogurt. And we've got cereal. Cereal, that's a 1-for-1 right there. So really, we're looking at this. We want this product license. Why? Because we can get olive oil, which can go with the other oil. We can get pasta and rice, which can go with the other pasta. We can get salt. Oh, and we also get flour. Look at this. We get flour. Like, you literally, all 5 of these items, you can categorize all of those 5 items into these. Like, if you were to go straight in with this product here, the bottled water, cheese, coffee, dark roast, whatever. Alright, yeah, you could do that and you have all this open space, but what about organization, right? So that's what we're really working towards. So we need $400, and I like to round up regardless of the number we're at. So if we were at 200, I would still round up to 1,000. So this right here, we're gonna round up to 1,000. 400, so it's $1,000, right? We need 1,000. We've got 1,000. We've got enough bills. All right. I don't think we need the new expansion because I think we have enough space. A little space, but enough space. I believe if you're gonna do it this way, we should be putting pasta on the back wall, or as close to the back wall as possible. Putting oils in front, and then if I can't put pasta here, we can put pasta in front here, maybe, or on the back wall here. That's fine too, because I don't think you can fit 3 shelves here. So we put pasta there. Let's see, we're not gonna hire anybody. Can't afford to hire anybody. And then we also, you could also add an extra 1,000 for the fact that you need to buy products. So $2,000 is ideal. $2,000 is ideal. An extra 1,000 to get the product. Sometimes, you got $900 and you got $1,000 and the product that you want to buy, the product license is $900, and now you only got $100 to buy the product that you need, and you definitely don't have that money to buy the product that you need. We're almost to level 10, meaning we almost got a loan. Whatever this is. Almost got this loan. So, what can we do? We got 1, 2 cereals. 1, 2 cereals. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bread. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we got 6. We still got a surplus of sugar. Only 2 boxes left. That's fine. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pastas. Big order. 2 oil. Big order. Wow. It's like a whole pallet. One thing I want them to add to this game, and I was telling a friend about this, I could go into the Discord right now and just be like, hey, what if you added this? I want box trucks. I want a box truck. I don't want a big box truck. I want like one of those Isuzu box trucks. You know what I'm talking about? Like the really, really small, but also like have them stored. Like dude, an Isuzu box truck in this game, not even the brand, just a box truck would be sick. I'm just saying, because like the pickup truck's nice. If you ever load up a pickup truck, everything's kind of like loaded to the side. And also, what if you could like you could like put the items into the box truck, you could strap them down yourself. I mean, obviously it's a lot of mechanics, but just saying, like just imagine instead of like clicking into the truck, it just goes in. You could organize the back of your truck. You know what I mean? You could have a pallet. Ooh, you could have pallets. You could add pallets to this game. You could add U-boats. Oh, U-boat would be fantastic. Just imagine, right? You get so similar to how you would order items, you would have a separate section so you didn't accidentally order items. And you created like a work order for yourself, maybe even for the workers, and you select how many of each item do you need that is on the shelf, and do you have enough in the back room to get it. Everything would be categorized, everything would be in a system. It would be sick, right? I'm not playing with mods right now, so obviously that's not gonna happen for me. But that would be sick. Add in a box truck, you can fucking add in U-boats, and then you like add in a system where you are on the floor and you gotta go to the back room to get product. You can like literally look at how much is on the floor and then go to the back room and then get a U-boat. You can buy as many U-boats as you want. could put oil in the same section as pasta, but a lot of people wouldn't just put oil and pasta together. They would put pastas with pastas together, right? So like, imagine, that would be so cool. That would be so cool if they added that. They've already added a lot to this game. This game has so much, like, it's very versatile. Let's see, what can we do here? Oh, my back hurts. Oh, it's Wednesday. What a long, long weekend. I'm not kidding. Hey yo, somebody liked my video? Hell yeah. Like and comment. Alright, I think we're at 1409. 1409. I think maybe one more day. Let's double check these prices here. $3, $5, $2.25, $6.75, $6.25. Alright, let's open up for business. Oh man, I gotta stretch. My legs hurt. Alright. I need something for breakfast. I thought that dude was stealing. Holy Christmas. I thought you were stealing, bro. Wait, yo, pause. Why do you look like that? Is that a tattoo on the side of your face? What? Bruh. Why you... I'm not judging, but damn, bro. Oh, man. How long have I been on the stream? I actually don't know. Oh, wild, right? Oh, wow. We've been streaming for a full solid hour. Let's go. I don't see any problem with that. For some reason, Let me see here. Let me see here. No, no longer watching myself. Damn. Yellow. Alright, we got 806. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Alright, we got $23. Yes, sir. We got $13. Alright, dude. Easy. Alright, you round it. 7. Alright, we got $12.50. Alright. Oh, you know what I really want to play though? I love Evil Within. 27.43. Alright, 27.5. Alright, 27. Oh, no, 2,700. Oh, 6. We got 28, 24. We just flying through these customers, man. Just trying to get to that level 10, man. Trying to get to that level 10. Let's do it. Alright, here we go. Back to the grind. 1, 2, 3. 20. Alright. Hell yeah. We got 46. 12. Dude, look at that. We're already at the 2K mark. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Store clean, man. I didn't see any trash on the floor, so we're just gonna assume it's clean. I thought they were both coming to my register. It's crazy. This dude looked like he's from 2.5 Men over there. What the hell? The same price? Pasta, no more pasta panzati. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Who gives a fuck? Come back tomorrow. Do it early. Close this stamp store. Holy crits. Alright, so this one. Like the Windows logo. I mean, it doesn't, but like, it does. Oh well, not my problem. How do we do today? 5 products not found? I'm not worried about that. Alright. Oof, my neck. Alright, we are profiting Alright, so get to the computer real quick. Let's go to close. Let's go to bank real quick. Let's go to payments. Let's pay today off. Let's go to pricing. That's the next big step. It's gonna be $3 now. This one is gonna be still $3. This one's gonna go down to $4. $4 difference. Fuck. It's fine. Management. Let's fill our shelves up. We got one cereal, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 breads. We've got 8 we're not getting any sugar. Well, yeah, we're not gonna get any sugar. We have plenty of sugar right here. Let's pull those out real quick. Got plenty in the back, bro. I mean, we don't have anything in the back, but we need 8 pasta. And we got 1, 2, 3 oil. Big order, but not too big. That's good. Let's pull out some product. It all there, but you know what? This is a safety hazard. Fill the end caps, man. That's why I think we need U-boats, because like this would be so much easier. Imagine instead of throwing everything right here, you could just take a U-boat, bring it into your store, and then throw it in on the floor. Like, so much easier if you just had a U-boat. Seriously, make a U-boat. Make a U-boat. Like, sooner rather than later, obviously. Because like the way this game would be played would be so different. Like this right here is chaos. You rely on helpers to get the job done. If you had a U-boat, you brought it in the aisle with you, you would have like 13, 14 different boxes on your U-boat. Man, that'd be sick. And like even like instead of the like what is this? This isn't a loading dock. Loading area. Imagine like a loading dock in the back. You know, fucking loading dock, like most super stores have. Oh, that would be sick. And then the Isuzu fucking truck would come into play. Listen, I know how to cook. Alright, I'm cooking. Oh, speaking of cooking simulators. That would be fun. I'm obsessed with simulators. I'm a simulator guru. Alright. I love simulators. I play fucking American Truck Simulator. I play, obviously, I like the classic farming simulators. Well, I can't really play the classic farming sims, but I have Farming Sim 2011 and Farming Sim 2015. 2015 is where it's at. That's where you can still play multiplayer. Still play multiplayer with the 2011. It's not as good. Cooking simulator. I have cooking simulator, but I think I have that on. I'd like to say I have that on Xbox, which if I do stream on my Xbox, it's going to be that at the end of the aisle. It's going to have to be on Twitch because I already have it set up on Twitch, on Xbox, and I don't think we need any third-party products anymore for Xbox. thing, right? I don't have a drive to do it anymore. I don't have any wants, needs to do it anymore. It's like kind of like it's just boring. If I can find a way, to make this fun again, playing video games, I'm gonna try it. After what I've heard, streaming is a lot more fun than just playing video games. Debatable. But I will do my best. Nobody is watching me. I highly doubt anybody will start watching me for a while. I think I'll have to do a lot of YouTube videos before I actually get views. And that's okay. That is okay. I am okay with that. I say a lot of random off-the-wall stuff, and I try my best not to. That's part of the struggle with ADHD. Some people are like, well, you can handle it if you just take medication. I'm not going to take medication. Listen, I'm not one of those guys that don't believe in medication, but I have had lots of negative experiences with medication. While I should probably try medication for ADHD, notice how my topics change every 5 seconds? Yeah, I can't, I don't know. I've tried the medications that we would use, Adderall, and a few others. Don't remember those names. The main one was Adderall, and it just fucking, like, it put me in a bad place. And people are like, well, you gotta try a bunch of different, you gotta try a bunch of different medications. I'm like, well, I suffer from depression too, right? And I just can't. Listen, I have depression where I'm at mentally for depression is a lot better in my experience than going on medication for ADHD and depression. I felt worse going on medication. People are like, oh, you gotta try to get through it. I'm like, well, see, you could try to get through it, but see, there's a lot of people that don't get through it. They don't get through it. They suffer when they try new medications. It's a very suffering practice. It's really hard to get through. You're trying new medication, it makes you feel sick, and now you feel gross and you feel worse about yourself. Sometimes you get a new medication and it works like almost instantly, but like within months you feel like shit again and it stops working, or they're like, oh, well, the first few months are great, but then it starts to go downhill. But once you get used to the medication, you go back to normal. And I'm like, I don't think feeling good and then feeling like crap and then just going back to how I am normally is really progress. I don't think that's progress. That's not really good. Right? So I don't want to go through that, and also I don't have money for that shit. I don't have money to pay for medications. I don't have money to go to the fucking doctor and get checkups and go to a psychiatrist and get those kind of checkups and talk to a therapist as much as I want to. Unfortunately, everything is freaking monetized in some way. So like, oh fuck, I don't want the store. Whatever. Like I just can't afford that kind of shit. It's not me, Alright. Let's buy the 6. Wait. Let's go back a step. Let's go to management, licenses. We're gonna do this one. This one makes the most sense right now to us. We have all of these things. Items that go to all of these things. While salt could be debatable, it could go to sugar. So we're gonna get this. We're gonna buy that. We are gonna go to the market. We're gonna get these shelves. Now we got $500. Alright? We need to buy 8 of everything. That's where it gets tricky. Of everything on the board. I don't have enough. I don't have enough money for everything to do that. So we're gonna take a few times today. They're gonna be like, well, find the product. Well, I don't care. The world revolves around money. We need $843 to get. Thought I had enough. Oh, you know what? I know what I did wrong. See, I forgot to account the shelves into how much you need. So you need the 2,000. You need 1,000 for the license. You need 1,000 extra for the license. You need 1,000 for up to 1,000 extra for the license. But then you need an extra 1,000 for the product. But you also need to add in an extra 1,000 into the expenses of furniture. I forgot about that. So really, idealistically, you would have needed. You see what I did there on my mistake. You would have needed $3,000 to $4,000. But it's okay because guess what? We are bank loans level 10. So we're gonna take in this loan. We're not paying this off yet. We have 1, 2, 3 more days, right? So we keep the $750 loan, right? This will make sense in a second. Keep the $750 loan for now. Purchase the product that you need. Holy tower. Purchase the product that you need. 1, 2, 25. Great. Let's get these customers. 450. Go away. We don't care. Okay, get this. 2750. Got 1075. I think I'm gonna do a back wall of product. Are you serious? I have to clean the floor before I can put down shelves? That's bizarre. Wow. Alright. Okay. Alright, and then we can put a shelf like right there, right? Hello! Sorry. I saw anybody stealing yet, but I'm gonna just kind of like put that there for now. Can they walk through here? Yeah, she's fine. It looks bad. Looks really bad actually. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 shelves in here. That's no bueno. What if I did it like this? Right? What if we did a shelving system like this? Right? Hold this out. Right? This lady's kind of in my way. We'll move this as close as humanly possible without being too close to that. Right? Hold on. We can do this. Alright. This one there. That would give us. It's still the same amount of space, but this is a little bit more uniform. I know the checkout's full, bitch. The only fucking worker here. I'm gonna have so many products not found. I might not have a single satisfied customer today. You know what? Honestly, I don't think satisfied customers really matter. I mean, aside from the 1 point that they take out of your score. Who cares? gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to go to management. Damn, I didn't want to do it. Growth. Look at the whole section. Look at that. That is not a I really wanted to just like, you know, input the product in a way that it made sense to me, but obviously this isn't going to work. So I'm just going to remove this. I need to buy more lights too, that's another thing. Every time you open up a section, you really do have to buy more lights. Like, there really isn't an option for lights, because those fixtures, trust me dude, like, it's way too dark. This right here is way too dark. Let me add that section. Hello. Doing, and I fucking still do it wrong. Like, I knew what I was going to do. Like, I knew what I was about to do, and I just still fucked it up. Oh, that's what the trash is. It's okay. We will input the shelves real quick. So we don't have cereal yet. That's okay. Come on. There we go. Do we always do? Alright, now I need to organize the rest of the stuff. We got, what is this, flour? We've got flour right here. You can put flour in here, that's cool. What is this, pasta? No, this is rice. Let's put rice at the end. This pasta's all the way down there. We can put rice at the end there. Okay. Oil. Alright. effort that I would have to do in going into the location to throw it at the location, and then coming back and then doing the same thing backwards to throw the trash away. I feel like it's just faster right now, where we are, like how I have it set up, to just going back and forth. So, bear with me on that. Oh, peanut butter. You know what? I'm gonna have to get the fuck out of here. Okay. I'm gonna move this. Close that. I'm gonna flip that. Close this. Open this. That should work. Alright, peanut butter can go with the bread. I don't really see another option for peanut butter, so we're gonna do that. How is this? Oh. Okay, we should fix that. Bread and peanut butter up front. That's such a weird spot to put bread. Yeah, I'm looking at this and I don't like it. It's also just like there, you know? I'm gonna move this on the back wall. If I replace this around this way, move this around here, this down here, right? There, this here. It's a little tight, I know, but it'll be worth it once we get all the product and have like low space, because I think the more space you have, the more rent you pay. The more rent you pay, the more money you lose. The more money you lose, the less product you can buy. The less product you can buy, the less money you make. The less money you make, well, that's where it all collapses. Play lots of games, by the way. I play plenty of games. I will play a lot of games. I don't really care. I got a big Steam library of games that I like to play, so I'm not too worried about what I'm going to play. Not a big PvP guy. I don't usually watch people play that, but if you're in for relaxing, kind of weird, you know, ADHD-fueled quirkiness, you know, I'm the guy, I'm telling you. Definitely not the best content creator, but I'm sure there are moments where you'd be like, ha, that guy, he's weird. He's a weird guy. Yep, I am just a weird guy. Just trying to make it in life, you know? Truck driver, just trying to do something for fun. You know, it's hard to have a hobby as a truck driver, to be honest with you. If I can do any hobby, it would be video games. Because I'm 26 years old and just trying to vibe. Gotta change prices tomorrow. I was about to input prices soon, but then like I'm gonna probably change those prices literally tomorrow. So we're not. We'll wait until we are done loading these shelves and then play the game to the next day and then go on from there. I always expect to see something creepy. I'm like 90% sure this engine is like part of a lot of horror games. And I always expect to see like somebody creepy just standing over there staring at me. That's what they should have done during the Halloween. They should have done a Halloween update, and it's creepy as fuck. You know, I didn't know what he said a long time ago. Like weird, was it a toucan? I didn't know what he said. I always was very confused when he did his little bit where he says, follow your nose. I always thought he said, follow your nose for the fruity taste of chose. I don't know. Don't ask. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, what the hell is that? And then I got a BMX bike. It was not the best. It was, you know, Walmart BMX bike. Not really a BMX bike if you think about it. But it was one of those like Next bikes, right? It was one of those Next bikes, and it said Chaos on the side. And I don't know why. I'm not dyslexic. I don't have any reading problems, but for some reason, I always thought it said chose. I just could not read, like, for the life of me, the word chaos. I think I was like 13 before I really figured out the word. And I'm like, oh, it's chaos. And I'm like, okay, it's chaos. And then I still, like, there were days where I'm just like, chose? Why does it say chose? CHOAS that's not a word. So I'm like, and it fucked with me because every time I saw the bike, every time I saw my, like, the little, like, Next Chaos logo, I always read chose. And then I immediately went to Fruit Loop commercial, and I'm like, chose. Follow your nose for the fruity taste of chose. That's definitely not it, but I'm gonna keep going with it because I don't understand what he's saying. Now I know. I'm like pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's follow your nose of the fruity taste that shows, and I'm like, that makes way more sense because in the commercials, the scent has like a very visible effect, and he's following his nose to the fruity taste that is showing, right? And obviously they're referring to the Fruit Loops, but they're also referring to a very obvious depiction of smell. I'm just stupid. Oh, my back hurts, man. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to stretch. Gotta get those stretches in, guys. Gotta get those stretches in. Alright. Go on to the next day. Fuck, dude. 33 unsatisfied customers. That is a rough one, but we got through. Alright, we've got them. See, I told you right here they were going to change the prices. So we're gonna go to pricing. We're gonna lower the price to $5.25. We need money, right, guys? We need money. That's why we're overpricing a little bit. It's not a price gouge. It's just overpricing. That's kind of the definition of price gouge. Let's see, $7 for a flower. That's great. $5.75. $6.50. This is a convenience store. Okay, I don't make a ton of money yet. I my revenue is coming from these customers. All right, so we're strictly going with that. What is soap? 25% off as well. We're not going to make much money off of it, but guess what? We have a lot of it, so we're going to make something. Oh, I thought I saw a fucking viewer. That would have been so good. Oh my god. Man, that's rough. Oh well, let's get to it. We need 1, 2, 3 things of bread. Gotta go back here, gotta go market, products, go back. 1, 2, 3 things of bread. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 cereal. 4 cereals, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flour. Good on that. 1, 2 sugar. Do I have enough? Do I have any more? No. 2 sugar. 3 oil. Man, I can't wait to get that freaking tablet. You can see with the way I'm doing this, I'm not gonna have enough space. What was that? 6? Alright. It's starting to get expensive, dude. But today should be probably more successful now that we've got more different types of product. I'm hoping for it, at least. I feel like flour, sugar, and salt go together. Right? Peanut butter and bread go together. I don't have anything to go with cereal yet, so it's by itself. Oil goes with pasta, and pasta can go with other pastas and rices. I think my organization is pretty good, actually. I think I'm all set with that. Am I happy about where I set up? But it's okay. It's okay. So we're still expanding. There's going to be a point where we're stagnant and we can't expand, but then once we get past that stagnant point, we will literally be getting expansions like every single thing. And that's the goal. That is the goal right now. But we are currently at a point of not really getting as much money as we want. My buddy was playing this, I got him kind of hooked into it. He's like, man, I'm already like level 25. And I'm like, oh yeah, live for hours. I've been live for 2 hours, guys. Holy shit. Oh my god. Reminds me of the good old days on Twitch. Fucking streaming for a day. Oh, okay. Going to pause. I'm just gonna take a break for a bit. I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. Need to get some food. God. Whew. That was way too long to get some toaster strudels, man. Alright, here we go. Aw, dang it. These freaking toaster strudel plastic packet things suck. Yeah. Let's just make a mess. Hello, kitty cat. Hello, see. But I am not in the mood. Hell yeah. Alright. Let those baddies cool down. Alright, let's get a day in. Let's get a day in, boys. Alright, there we go. Wires be getting tangled and snaps. Alright, I don't care about swearing shit. Alright. Alright, so we got the whole store set up. Alright. Alright, I see you, kitty cat. Go that way. Thank you. Let's get her open, bro. Let's get her open. Turn on the lights. The lights are on. I forgot. I need to buy some lights. Furniture, so we gotta go scroll down a little bit. Buy 5 lights, 5 fixtures, $200. Oh, P. We buy 10 rice basmati. Yeah, I need the sales, man. I need the sales. Right off the bat, we need to make sure this. You know what? What if I just put a shit ton of lights above me? Yeah. What if it looks like this? What if we just put a ton of lights, just kind of like next to each other, just boom. Did I just crouch? Alright. Here we go. Hello. Goodbye. Alright, so just take that. Let's slap that right there. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of lights. Listen, I got migraines, and imagine like working in a store with this many lights. Just freaking going. My migraine symptoms are going nuts right now. But this is a video game, and it's not real life. And I think I'll be alright. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Damn! $44? Give me that sweet nectar. Nectar being money. Is that? Wait. Okay. I swear to God, I saw that dude didn't have a bag. We are on the move. lights. Let there be lights. That's right, filled that up already. Excuse me. Can't go any more there. Okay, slap that one there. We got 2 more. Yeah, we fit them all. Let's go. More light, more light, more light. How many supermarket employees does it take to change a light bulb? None, because it comes like that. That was not funny. That was stupid. This glitch lately, prices aren't fucking correct. That's a new NPC, I've never seen that before. Or have I, and I just never paid attention because I don't pay attention to my customers. Fuck you, customers. You don't deserve love. The customer is always right except for when they're not. Bro, how much bread are you taking? Damn, bro, God. All of it if you don't mind. Right. I'm honestly not paying attention to anybody if they're stealing. I'm just doing the job, man. I don't get paid enough to pay attention to stealing. Do I look like a bodyguard? Do I look like a security guard to you? Sponge. You fucking bitch. How dare you sit at my counter when I'm unoccupying it? You should have just left the store. Bro, this is like insane. Honestly, what if I just don't? Oh man. That'd be crazy. Just don't hit the shoplifters. Hi Marnie. The world is bad. I love you too. Go do that somewhere else, though. Go do that somewhere else. I don't want you on me doing weird things. You're a weird cat. I love you. Freaking weird. Alright, you're killing it. It's closed. We're supposed to close an hour ago, guys. Come on. I was money, but goddamn, bro, I'm trying to close. Did I do that right? to sing songs anymore. When you get a good song in your head, you want to sing it, man. You just want to fucking sing it. You know what I mean? Like a girl when you're at the club and they just want to throw it back, bro. They just be throwing it back. I want to sing, man. I want to sing. Copyright, man. Industry. Goddamn! 2,500. Hell yeah, perfect day. Hell yeah, $1,000 profit. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Alright. Hey, Marty, you wanna dial it down a few notches in my ear? Thanks. Can you get away from me? I love you, but get away. Why did I hear a random song out of pulling items off the shelf? Okay, Marnie. Please. I'm so I swear to God, I just heard Mary had a little lamb there. I literally heard Mary had a little lamb. What the heck? Am I going insane? Am I insane because I'm playing this game too much? What? That was weird, dude. Just keep the same. Just keep the same. It's just a game. Hell yeah, that was perfect. Alright. It'd be such a good idea to start expanding now. Because then I can get more product. Oh, it expanded out that way. Alright. Okay. 13 hundo for that next section. Oh my god. There's so much space now. Let's get it, bro. I gotta move this. Can I put this right here? Put it on the floor? It'd be so nice if you just like slap it right there, bro. I forgot to buy product for the store before I decided to go on a nice purchase spree. 1, 2, 3, okay, we need 6 bread. Damn, bro. I fucked up, man. This was due yesterday. No. Oh no. Okay, I keep making mistakes. flours. We need 2 sugar. We need 1, 2 salts. Oh yeah. Okay, we need 2 oil. Come on, we can totally afford this, right? We can afford this, guys. We just need 1 more. Okay. 2, 3. Wait. 4. Pasta. Oh, come on. We're gonna barely make it. We're gonna barely make that. I don't think we're gonna have enough. Yeah, no, we're not. Oh, rice is so expensive. Oh, God. It's already over. Get rid of the rice. What about this one? Remaining negative. Damn, bro. Dang. What if we get rid of this one, right? Get rid of that. Close this. See if we can get some more, right? So we got 2 spaghetti that we need, right? We need 2 spaghetti. Oh, we're still over. Alright, so we could sacrifice. How about this, right? Go get rid of these. Actually, drop these down to 1. Right? For the sake of just convenience. We'll have enough, right? And then we buy 3 rices. Right? Do that. We'll have $22 left. Right? Let's pull this shit out. Well, if you weren't being weird everywhere, Marnie, you wouldn't be falling off of stuff right now. Weird cat, man. Being weird cat. Nobody wants to see all that weird stuff you got going on back there. Alright. Oh, I think I put that in the wrong spot. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Throw that there. Understand why sometimes the product goes invisible, but alright, man. I don't understand it. It's because I did that deal. I thought it was salt. No, it was oil. They wanted that oil in there. Okay. So I didn't get any peanut butter. Buy more lights. I'll do that later. We'll do that on the next day. We'll do lights next day. 'Cause I don't know. Let me throw my boxes out. Oh my god. Stupid freaking tardigrade. Wanna go in and out. I was trying to set up the store. Jesus. So satisfying. I gotta figure this shit out. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna eat a little bit of my toaster strudel. That's that good shit, man. Alright. I don't know how many lights I can't afford any lights. Start buying like 10 at a time. It's like $400 worth of lights, right? Whatever. I think we should reorganize a little bit, guys. Put you over here. I think really sell this as if I were to actually space out the aisles a little bit, but then when I get another, that's the problem, man, is when I get another license, you're not going to be able to space it out. You're going to have to compact everything back in again. It's going to be a pain in the ass and even more. You don't know. You don't know what I'm going to get next. I don't know what I don't even know what I'm going to get next. What the hell? I only got $22, man. Oh, that's just rough, man. Well, now that there's no door there. Hold on. There's no door there. Hold on just a damn minute. Yeah. Doors in my fucking way, bro. Yeah. That's gonna start looking good. Let's keep this tight. I want to keep that tight because you never know. Next thing's gonna be fucking huge or some shit. Ooh, so close. Let's pull that out just a bit more. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. don't need to buy new. Well, we'll see. Nighttime comes. Hey, you have a bag? Ooh, low-key, I like that though. If I were to go around the entire perimeter of the store with lights like that, and then like have them dotted in the store, would be sick. Yeah, I'll get to you in a minute, bro. That's good. Oh, it doesn't feel claustrophobic over here, man. Whoa, there's a light switch ghost. That's it? That's all you're getting today? Alright, bro. Get out of the store. Fuck Guess I might as well just consume this toaster strudel while I wait for this guy to take his time walking towards me. days. Yeah. This was due in 2 days, right? So these two. And then, yeah, we'll keep the $750 loan. Oh, God, $420, buddy. Yeah, that's a lot of money. I wouldn't want to be able to charge that much either. Yeah, dude. 16.5. Thank you, exact change for all that. That's insane. I said 40. Nobody's stealing. Man, we started the day with such little money. Made back at least half of what we had coming into the day. It's crazy. Sure, but I'm kind of confused whether or not people can actually comment on my videos or chats. Weird. Oh well. I'm not worried about it. It's not what we came here to do. We came here to have fun. Maybe come here for fucking shit chat. Alright. Let's end the day. One product found expensive. The fuck you mean? I had 45 customers and only one guy found something expensive? How about you just fucking get the stick out of your ass and go fuck yourself? Actually keep that stick in your ass and then go fuck yourself. I'm tired, bro. Fuck that shit. It's crazy, man. What the hell? Let's pay these bills today. Alright, so we're at a point now where the loans are going to stack, right? So day 9, yeah, gotta pay that, due by day 13 today, tomorrow. So we're gonna go to loans. I really want to pay this off, but we gotta do everything else. So we got the early payoff amount of only $435. I mean, we killing it right now, right? We killing it. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go to market. We're gonna get the whole product we need, every single thing. Okay, we just need Uno cereal. We really need to get this cleaned up. This looks like crap. Ugh. Okay. Hey yo, why the peanut butter got a hole in it? Bread. I said 1 box of cereal, but I think we gotta do more. start ordering stuff. All right, so we need 5 blue flower, 4 red flowers. Okay, we need 3 sugars, 6 salt. 3 sugars, 6 salt. Green oil. Dang, bro, it was an expensive day. Okay. Alright, and like I said, we gotta go to bills, we gotta pay that off now. So we have enough product to get through the day. And we paid off our bills. Right? Shouldn't have to pay, or shouldn't be getting any more of those loans. And pay off the rest of what's left over in our account for those loans as well, for the sake of just getting rid of it. Now we gotta wait until level 20 to get the bigger loans. It sucks. Or the next one, which I think is still the 5,000. I wonder how much of the loans that he added in to this game. It's gonna go. It's gonna be awesome. Pull out a fucking $20,000 loan. That'd be insane. break. So, yeah. See ya.